Ekibuzo kya Mwami Ntege yaddagala ntangaze ku nkolagana n'ebibiina ebirala. Abajjukira obulungi entandikwa yaffe yali yakutandikana mu kago ogwa DA, ekisinde kya DA. Era omulimu gwe twakola omunene nnyo nakati ogukyagenda mu maaso kubanga obusika bwa DA bwatwalibwa DF. Twalina ensonga bbiri mu DA. Esooka ya electoral, constitutional and transitional agenda or reforms. Twabyogerako nnyo, saagala kubiddamu, nga tugezaako okulaga ebyo byetaaga okukola mu kiseera kino n'ekiseera ekijja n'ekirijja okutereeza ebyobufuzi ssemateeka ate n'okujjula obuyinza. Omulamu ogwokubiri ogwali mu DA era ogwagenda mu maaso ne mu DF kwe kuteekawo enkolagana. Era nga bwe twagamba nga tukyagamba nga twagala ebino ebivuganya biteekewo enkola eya one on one model, nti buli wali ONRM opposition esobola okusimbawo omuntu omu betuba nga tuwuliziganyiza era nga tukwataganye bulungi. Enkola eyo tukyagikirizaamu mu DF era ntegeezeza eggwanga tuli beetegefu okuwuliziganya ne bannaffe, okuwulira ne bannaffe kye bagamba, okubawa ebirowoozo byaffe ku nsonga nnyingi nnyo, si za kwesimbawo zokka naye n'ensonga omuli okuteeka ekkomo n'okulwanyisa okutyobula eddembe ly'obuntu, effujjo mu bululu, okusiba abantu mu ngeri ya emenya amateeka ya kifa mukokko, byonna byonna tubiriko, okujjulula n'okusala amagezi, okusala entotto okulaba nti abasibe abaasiwera ebyobufuzi bava mu kkomera nga sonna bagenda mu bululu buno obujja. Kubanga bwe tunakkiriza embeera efuke kagenderere kubaliyo tujja kwongerako abalala. Ebyo tukyabiriko tubikkiririzaamu era tulina enteekateeka etegeeza ebibiina ebirala kubanga tubadde twakava mu conference yaffe naye National Executive Committee ng'emaze okulayizibwa ku Lwokutaano ate ejja kutuula bunnambiro ebeeko ensonga ez'amangu zeewaako amagezi ate tusobole okuzoogera ne bannaffe. N'olwekyo ekyo tukiriko nga bwe twakyogerako luli. Omukulu abuuzizza n'amirimu yabuuzizza ku kyeggaali mu bibiina by'obufuzi. Ekisooka ffeno mu DF tulowooza nti empiga n'empiga terima kyalo era ndowooza enkola yakoma ku Ssekabaka Hammurabi abasoma ebyafaayo, an eye for an eye. Si kabonero ka kugenda mu maaso, si kabonero ka bugunjufu. Ekyokubiri, bw'oteweetegereza abakola ze bayita eggaali, bannannyini ggaali tebabeerako, batumayo bakaceere bagenda ne bakafiiramu. Tulowooza nti kya bubuguyavu okukuŋŋaanya abavubuka ng'obasindise kulwana ku lutalo lutagenda kuwangulwa. Tulowooza nti byemu ku bino okwogerwako ng'ebibiina by'obufuzi tubeere banjawulo ku kibiina ekiri mu buyinza n'effujjo lyakyo. Tetusobola kusiga nsigo ya byabufuzi ya ffujjo, tetusobola kusiga nsigo ya kulwanagana nga tukuŋŋaanya abavubuka abato abatamanyi, abeetaaga okusomesebwa emiramwa gy'obukulembeze n'obuvunaanyizibwa bw'obukulembeze. Tubasindike olw'okuba abavubuka baffe bali frustrated, balina obusungu, balina ebiremeredde, n'ebiremeredde ebyo tebigenda kuggwaawo nga tubasindise kulwana bye batategeera. Ndowooza ffe nga mu DF eyo si nkola yaffe. Tukkiririza mu kuwuliziganya n'okutegeera obuzibu obuliwo n'engeri gye busobola okuvaawo. Ekyokubiri ekikwata ku ekyo nti abamu abakola eggaali ng'aba-NRM balina n'ebissi. Kaakati abaana baffe okubasindika okulwanagana n'abalina ebissi omuli n'emmundu tebubeera bukulembeze. Bwe tulowooza bwe butyo, si buba bukulembeze, kuba kwekweka buvunaanyizibwa. Ndowooza enkola yaffe yanjawulo nnyo, sikikirizaamu ekyo. Mwami Yiga Bakabaage opposition okukola cooperation ne NRM, saagala kwogerera DP siri mwogezi waayo, nyinza kwogera ku kye baakola nga munnamateeka tekiri mu mateeka. Ekyo kakyensobola okukyogera kirina tteeka likirambika, n'olwekyo ffe tukola mikolo, situbeera mu bintu bya kukola mikolo. ntukoleyo omukolo ogwa cooperation. Ekyokubiri, enkolagana yaffe ne NRM eyinza kubeera ku kintu kimu, kutula wansi nabo kwogera ku bintu by'obumenyi bw'amateeka bye bakola, ebumenyi bw'amateeka n'okutegera obuvunaanyizibwa bwabwe ng'ekibiina ekiri mu buyinza. N'olwekyo enkolagana esingako awo yakolagana nga bannayuganda kubeera mu ggwanga limu nabo nakubakuuma nga obuyinza bubavuddeko. Ebisigadde mukulu Dembe kibuzo kyonna kiwandiise bulungi. Kyabadde ku statistics ez'abantu abasabye ajja zikuwa n'abamu bangi we bali wano obalaba naye kasimanyi balikodinga probably baba nga balina the latest banaaba batugaidinga. Namikayanja commercialization of politics. Ekisooka okuteeka ensimbi, okukulembeza ensimbi mu bukulembeze kya bulabe nnyo, era enkola eyo eggalidde abantu bangi nnyo abandibadde n'obusobozi. Kyova olaba omukulembeze, omu ku bakulembeze ajja kulambika ebisale tugambe ebyaffe bye twataddewo omuntu ayagala okwesimbawo. Bw'obiwulira oyinza okugamba ntuli mu kusaaga naye busente butono, ekigendererwa kya coveringa stationary na buntu butono nnyo buli administrative. Oba situkkiriza nti ekibiina kikuŋŋaanye sente kubaagala okwesimbawo olukifune sente ezinakiyimirizaawo. Ekyo si kituufu, kya butaliimu. Kituufu nyina ebibiina byempulira ebya issues ne invoices nga kuliko n'ebiseera ebyessalira nti bw'otazeeta mu bbanga bweriti tujja kugamba omulala akole ki, asasule. Kaakati ebyo kasita ogenda mu press conference zaabo ate obamanyi obabuuzanga, sirina gwe nja kwogerera. Issuing invoices, okwesimbawo wano ku tiketi ya DF is a token. Kati nga kansala ow'eggombolola ekyannamukaaka omuggyako emitwalo 5 agijjawa, n'esatu tagisobola, n'ebiri tagisobola. So eyaffe is a token nti wakiri stationary gwe tukozesezza abeere covered. So tuli beegendereza nnyo kubanga twagala okuwa amaanyi abavubuka naddala abato abalina obusobozi bajje basabe obukulembeze bateekebweteekebwe bulungi ng'ensimbi sizikwe zikweyimirira. Okukulembeza ensimbi kyekiretedde ekizibu ky'abakulembeze. Nolaba omubaka wa paalamenti nga ne paalamenti tagibeeramu, omusanga mu kibuga nga asala ntu yava kwetika buwunga ava kukola ki kubanga agamba alina okulikavalinga sente ze, naye nga nebigenda mu maaso mu paalamenti gye yasaba okuyinga tabitegeera, tabigoberera. Ne bw'omubuuza nti paalamenti last week order paper yaliko ki, issues zaliko tazimanyi, kubanga ali mu kusala ntu yagye sente ze yawaayo okwesimbawo. Kyabujega nnyo, sikikiriza. And I would like to state very clearly that the commercialization of politics is very dangerous for this country. It's detrimental to the growth of our democracy. And I would like to invite all parties, all actors from all directions to strictly ensure that we work together to limit commercialization of politics. But also, we want to encourage the population to reject intending candidates that are trying to buy them with the tokens, with the salt, with pieces of soap. If somebody comes to you with soap or salt or sugar, they have no respect for you. They see you as a piece of paper. So ababagula n'obusukaali tebabawa kitiibwa, babalabanga akapapula ak'okuteeka mu box. Oli ajje gye muli abategeeze ayimiridde ku ki ku nsonga enkulu eziri mu ggwanga kwe bamusinziira, naye nga n'okumutegeera mumutegeera. Si buli yazze maaso gammwe ng'ateerezezza ettaayi nti mumuwe obuvunaanyizibwa. Obuvunaanyizibwa mumuwe abantu be musobola okuvunaana, mwena ne gy'omuloopa ng'omutegeera. Otherwise mujja kusenza ebizibu ku byalo byammwe. Ndowooza kitegerekese bulungi. Vincent, why do you want us to unpack our rolling branches network? For public interest? Yeah. It's true, but I've explained that the intention of the rolling branches is to offer an opportunity to citizens, to professionals, to informal sector workers who work in clustered environments to participate in the running of this grand party. We are alive to the fact that there are so many citizens that have no chance to find time to go and pick a form, membership form or a card at the parade quarters, but also undertake self-mobilization within their locality. We have given a number of 100. Whichever can make a number of 100 form a branch, and that branch will be assigned responsibilities and roles and a card. The constitution that is going to be amended as instructed by the conference is going to capture and enlist the obligation of a rolling branch. Of course, it's new. There are so many firsts the world is going to see from the DF. That's not the last and the first of them. So please stay tuned. Mwami Lwanga, abakulembeze abasinga bavudde mu Buganda. Ndowooza ekyo Mwami Lwanga wetaaga kuba tooki otegeere, kubanga nga bwe twategeeza nti DF entandikwa yaayo eriko platforms nyingi. Kwaliko ba principles aba SDP, aba DP block, aba PDP, aba My Leader, aba Chamundi's platform, National Alliance for Justice. Simanyi oba aba principles abasooke kwetonda nti Baganda, naye enkola yaffe yali nti mu consensus leadership gye twatandika egenda okumala emyaka 3 be bali balina okutandikirwako. Naye kirungi ssemateeka waffe awa ebifo bingi nnyo ebiva ku regional level. Naye n'ekirala n'abakulembeze abalala bangi omuli akulira amateeka mu kibiina, abamyuka bange bava mu bitundu ebyenjawulo, abamyuka ba national chairman bava mu bitundu ebyenjawulo. Ndowooza olukalala ojja ddufuna okuli statistics. Naye nakino kankyogereko, waliwo n'agambye nti lwaki ekyo ekibiina kitandikidde mu Buganda. Njagala mumpeeyo ekibiina kimu ekitatandikira mu Buganda mu byafaayo kyemumanyiyo nti kino kyatuula ne kitandikira mu hoteeri e Moroto oba e Rwenzori. Ndowooza ebibiina okutandikira mu Buganda si bipya, n'okutandika nga abakulembeze baabyo abasinga bava mu Buganda, va ku DP okujjako nga muli beerabize oba batali bamanyi, abaagitandika mu bamanyi. UPC teyatandikibwa Obote, yatandikibwa ba Musaazi. Njogere ki? Abatandika FD system bamanyi, CP temubamanyi. Njogere ki ndeke ki? NUP temubamanyi. Ndowooza eyo symbols. Ndowooza tutambulira mu byafaayo by'eggwanga lino. Kyabulabe nnyo abantu okwegaana ebyafaayo basobole okuyita mu kibuguumirizo ky'olunaku. Ebyo ebyafaayo tubitambuliramu, and we are proud to be part of that history. Obuvunaanyizibwa bwe tulina nga tutandisa ekibiina bwe kifuula ekibiina eky'eggwanga, era tuli ku lugendo olwo tujja kulutuukiriza. Ramson, availability of cards. Yes, because these cards are personalized and they are plastic, we have not yet developed capacity to issue them at the instant. When you fill a membership application form, you give us a week to process your particulars, and we cannot be processing a single card. We have a threshold of a number of forms, and once they're produced, we call the applicant to pick their forms. Because the card bears your names, your telephone contact, your village and whatever, and it's plastic. And the marks there are indelible, so we cannot issue instant at the moment. Of course, with the time, we shall have our own internal capacity to have these cards produced domestically within the party confines, and therefore a card will be able to be issued instantly. In the last conference we had here, I showed you samples of these plastic cards. So if you intend to apply for a membership, you do fill a form and give us a minimum or maximum of 1 week, and then you have your card issued. That's what I can say. Winning available positions, I said that will be clarified, and we intend to fill them at the instant because we are doing consultations already. A team has been sanctioned to go and make consultations with the stakeholders before we fill these positions, because we are wary of filling positions for the sake of making up for numbers. Leadership is purposeful and intentional, and therefore leadership must be selectively chosen and intentional in our motive. So you will get to know as we proceed. I did not prepare for the particulars. Mwebale nnyo, thank you so much for God and my country. Masomoja agunde munde. Our mobilization secretary, the media elected to take over my space. I'll behave like a choir member to hold my booklet. Colleagues, leaders of the DF, led by the national chairman, friends from the media, my pleasure to welcome you this morning and speak to you on behalf of the DF. First of all, I would like to use this platform to thank you, the media, for bringing to bear any doubts about what the DF is and clarifying to the country what it is not. Because before our inaugural conference in Masaka and subsequent launch of the party, there was a lot of misrepresentation. Of course, on a larger part, deliberate, misrepresenting the DF in various spaces. But I think the events in Masaka stood us in stead to render clarity to any doubting Thomases as to what we are. I want to thank you for your presence for the 2 days in the massacre. 2 days of making history, because for a party barely 50 days of existence to pull off a feat that magnitude is to us something we thank heavens for. But of course, to us who work with the DF, there was no accident in the massacre. That was an outcome of deliberate work. Deliberate, step-by-step work. And we want to stand here and assure the country that our journey will be a journey of intentional, deliberate, well-calculated, well-thought-out activities intended to build this young platform and turn it into a world beater. And I have no doubt that with this team and others not here, we'll be able to change the fortunes of our politics and change the face of this country in terms of leadership. So I want to thank everybody who supported us through the events in the massacre. And for us, massacre was just the beginning of so many good times ahead of us. If anybody thought that the DF is an anecdote or a footnote in Ugandan politics, I think now they have to go and edit their prejudicial presumptions about the DF. Definitely, we still see a lot of misinformation about us. But if you're not speaking about the DF, what is there to speak about? I think whoever is misinforming the world about us, you are forgivable. But increasingly, and as we progress, you'll be able to edit your pages. Otherwise, you'll be the laggard and the odd man out, because the facts about the DF are all over the world to see. Having said that, and having thanked everybody who supported us, and of course extend a bit of pity to those who were undermining our effort, we are here also to communicate the following few issues on behalf of the DF. Initially, to confirm what the Secretary General communicated in Masaka, that on the National Executive Committee, there are unfilled positions, important positions. We intend to fill them in the coming weeks after adequate consultations have been made, because our platform is a consultative platform, because it's composed of multiple stakeholders, and therefore any position filled is the consequence of a consensus after consultation. So any citizens out there that have been agitated that their positions are not filled, it's not intentional, but it is purposeful to make sure that every position filled is consequential and the occupant is not occupying space, but a serious person to be part of this platform, to be a leader on the platform, and be able to perform a role that we expect of them to do. On Friday this week, in these spaces, on this ground, we shall hold a swearing ceremony for the National Executive Committee. So I humbly invite you in earnest at 10 o'clock on Friday on the swearing ceremony of the National Executive Committee. That ceremony is not a ritual, it's constitutional, it's obligatory, it's statutory, and therefore we shall undertake it because the person who will take oath that day are going to be discharging a public duty, and therefore they must, as of necessity and law, take a public oath, pledging to do the duty which they are obligated to undertake. So all members of NEC not here this morning, they are duly informed. Of course, the Secretariat will communicate formally to these members to attend that ceremony on Friday at 10 o'clock in these grounds. Thirdly, we have started as a young party to roll out a membership recruitment drive, and we clarified in Masaka, and I'm here to clarify again on the nature of membership that you can be a part of as part of the DF. The DF membership is classified, and the classification is not intended to create a party of classes, but instead to create levels of support for the party, because we are building a mass party supported by citizens, because we are not going to go and grow potatoes and maize to support the party. The party will be supported to stand and undertake its activities, its mandate, via the support of its legitimate members. A party can have voters, a party can have supporters, but every party needs members. It's the members that sustain the party and its activities. Therefore, the DF has a category of ordinary members. Those members will be able to be given a membership card. The membership card we classified as a membership of 2,000 shillings annually for you to support the activities of a party. Secondly, you'll have bronze membership. A bronze member will be able to pay 5,000 shillings annually, monthly, to support the party, and you'll get a bronze card. Thirdly, you'll have a silver member. We call those sustaining members, those who pay monthly. A sustaining member who is silver will subscribe 10,000 shillings monthly to sustain the party, and you get a silver membership card. I exhibited these cards in the last presser. They are plastic cards, not paper cards, at all levels, including ordinary members. The fourth category will be the golden members. A golden member subscribes by paying and supporting the party, by sustaining the party with a subscription monthly of 10,000 shillings. And you'll get a golden card as a sustaining member. Then fifth, you'll have a platinum sustaining member. A platinum sustaining member supports the party with 1 million shillings and above annually. Then you will be a platinum party sustaining member. On this occasion, I would like to most earnestly thank already members that have subscribed. We have not issued any cards, but people have already subscribed by filling forms, because these are plastic cards. They cannot be printed in earnest. You fill a form with your particulars, then we present them to the suppliers of these cards where particulars are inscribed, and therefore a card is issued. I would like to thank those who have already filled the forms. The forms are available at the headquarters, at our regional offices, so far confirmed at Kampala here, Namirembe, in Masaka, in Jinja, in Soroti, and other places. And I think the Mobilization Secretary will be able to, or Secretary or the Secretary General will be able to clarify that detail of the opened offices so far, where one can go and fill forms to sustain the party that far. We hope, and we are going to roll out a membership drive to mobilize members. We call the roaring members or roaring branches. A branch in the constitution of the party begins at the constituency. However, the conference ended in Masaka allowed the National Executive Committee to come up with other measures of expanding the party network. And one of the most recent or the latest innovations and the resolution of the National Executive Committee is to create what we call roaring branches. These are intended to recruit and enlist membership from people who work in clusters, the professionals, the informal sector. For instance, if you are in a garage or garages in one place and you have 100 members, you can constitute a branch and you'll be given a branch number. If you are professionals, you are lawyers, you are doctors, you are teachers, and you are 100 in number, you form a branch and shall give you a branch number, and accordingly give you a reporting framework on how you're going to relate with the headquarters. That is intended to make it easy for members intending to participate and grow this party to participate in party activities. The rest will be rolled out, and the details of how and what you do as a branch of 100 shall be provided in the details that the NEC will roll out. I thought that should be clarified, that this is the party of citizens, it's a mass party, and therefore it's our obligation to make it easy and possible and feasible for citizens to participate in the activities of this party. The issue relating to nomination of intending candidates, I will invite later on should be the Secretary General or the Organizing Secretary or the Chairperson, one of the two, to come and clarify what's going on, how much each pays. I have seen misrepresentation of the DF. You see, the DF is really sweet. Whoever has nothing to do writes about the DF, and we enjoy it. Please be informed, all there, not these ones here, that we enjoy the fact that we are occupying you and giving you business. But I'll ask our team leaders here to come and clarify, because already we have people coming to apply for positions as candidates, and therefore we need a very clear outlay of what you need to come and be a candidate of the DF in various positions. And I want to clarify this. We have not gazetted any position to anybody or for anyone. All electoral positions are available. And the beauty about the DF constitution is that even the presidential candidate position is open. Being president does not make you an automatic presidential candidate. Okay? Every member, every registered member of the party has a chance at becoming a presidential candidate. So we do not have any gazetted positions, any preserved positions. We don't have any privileged persons in the DF. So all of you out there, please be informed that you have a chance at coming and asking or requesting to be the flag bearer of the DF in any position. The other thing I would like to clarify to inform you is that we shall have our first conference, broad national, not internal conference, but an open air meeting at the DF in Kampala on the 18th of this month. For the first time to speak to the country after the launch of the party. And we shall be rolling out these meetings, public meetings, in the coming weeks. We shall be in Kampala. The venue will be communicated in due course, but the date is 18th of July. We shall be in Jinja on the 1st of August. Those two have been confirmed thus far. So Jinja, the Busoga people, Kodeyo, will be coming to Busoga on 1st of August to speak to the people of Busoga as the DF after our inauguration and launch. My last communication to you, citizens, is that on behalf of the DF, I'm here to re-echo and recommit on behalf of the party our readiness, our preparedness to work with all forces of change in this country. We are ready, we are prepared to listen, to even be advised, to participate as the DF in undertakings jointly by the opposition to see a common charge at change. We recommit, and like we said in Masaka, there are simply so many challenges that we need to confront jointly as the opposition. And no single platform in the opposition should step out there and wiseacre that they are ready to go it alone. It would be a serious misrepresentation of reality. At the DF, we work realistically, we speak realistically, we have a deep understanding of the challenges around us, and therefore we have our own proposals we shall pass on to our colleagues on the other platforms, alternate platforms, but our readiness is hereby exhibited and communicated, and if our colleagues believe so, then we are ready to move to the center to be able to inform the next activities as the opposition. We thank you most sincerely for God and my country.
Oko vedane deryo na lile kwanga Buganda yamanyibwa nnyo eggwanga lyaffe okwetooloola ensi zonna.